I'm getting the energy of the alpha, okay, the masculine power that you are somewhat now being empowered with at this time. So be mindful as to what is it that you are experiencing body wise. How are you literally feeling? Okay, because it is rather specific at this time. So pay more heed. Okay. So I'm also getting the energy of the Sky Father here. For some of you, Sky Father is somewhat connecting with you at this time. So pay more attention. You could be experiencing more of a tingling energy, as in like something could be rising energetically here. Okay. Yeah. As in more of an active energy within you. Need I say, look at this. We're having the Sky Father and the Night here. Okay. Yeah. So we're having the Sky Father and the Night, more like the Father and the Son, something like that here. Okay, so the Sky Father here is saying trust in the unknown. Okay, whereas the Night is saying be brave and honest. Okay, so this is not the time for you to um, allow that type of egoish energy to take over or to control you at the time, as you might likely miss what's really happening or what is meant for you, because this is that time when the Sky Father is somewhat recharging you, giving more of energy so that you are able to maneuver as far as the cold seasons are concerned here, especially for those that are in the southern hemisphere. Okay, yeah, something like that. So it is that time for you to pay attention, to pay heed to the messages and what exactly is coming towards you. So this full moon that is happening now will be occurring in the sign of Aries if you are in the southern hemisphere. So Aries, it is that sign of energy. It is that sign that is more connected to the Sky Father. Okay, so it gives you more power. So literally, it is directly connected to the Sky Father. So by connecting with the energy itself, it's more over like you harnessing energy from the Sky Father. Okay, something like that. It's more like him giving you more energy so that you are able to maneuver during the cold times, cold season. Okay, something like that. You will definitely have that energy that you will need to survive. Okay, because during winter we kind of like feel less energy, less energetic. Okay, so the energy will have that sense of balance if you have things under control. Okay, and especially if you have doing the needful as far as your connection with those type of energies during spring and summer. Okay, so because those were the times when you were literally supposed to be connecting. Okay, yeah, something like that. So that now it's more like an energy that is somewhat being fueled to you. Okay, something like that. And that's exactly what you will experience. Okay, and for some of you, if this is somewhat of an awakening, you might also experience that. Okay, yeah, it will be more like an awakening on your part, more like this is that energy that is somewhat connecting with you for the first time. You might also experience that. So this will definitely vary as to where you are spiritually, what is really happening. Okay, yeah, something like that. So we'll dive in here and see exactly what is it that the Sky Father has to say. Moreover, I feel like this is more like a message from the Sky Father. Okay, yeah, something like that. So you could be seeing 11, 11, 333, 12, 12. Okay, something connected also to the Divine Mother with number 12, 12. Okay, yeah, something like that here for some of you here. So it's more like you are connected at this time, so embrace this moment. It is very vital for you, so that you don't necessarily feel even sick. Okay, something like that. Remember that the sun's energy gives us what? Power, energy. For some of you, he's only here to kind of like prevent more of attacks or anything like that, so that you are able also to find balance in your life and embrace that sense of peace, the sense of harmony in your life. Okay, embrace the energy of peace. This is that time. So broken arrows, it's more like a also he's making sure that he's getting rid of whatever that could be standing in your way. It can be things that are not necessarily useful to you, so you will definitely know what needs to go, what needs to stay. Okay, yeah, he will definitely make it obvious to you. You will definitely know what is it that you literally have to let go to make room for good energy. So you are being directed, you are also being guided at this time. So pay attention to what is it that he expects out of you here. So we'll dive in here to the cards and see exactly what is it that the Sky Father has to say for my collective. What is it? So we're having the Sage, okay? We're having the guardian angel, okay? So the guardian angel, for some of you, it's more like your guardian also, more like your guardian angel also had that type of energy where they were more connected to the Sky Father. Need I say, look at this, we're having the medicine mother. For some of you, it can be your grandmother that was more connected to the Sky Father, something like that. Okay, so more like a connection of some sort that you could be having, something like that, because the medicine mother is saying honor your inner knowing here, whereas the guardian angel is saying you are not alone. So know that there are forces that are literally working with you at this time. With the sage is saying be devoted and committed, okay? Something to do with what already you have learned, what already you have, um, you know, harnessed. This is the already harnessed energy that you have to take note as to what is it that I have learned so far. Okay, up until this point, this speaks more of what you have been doing as far as the era season up until now. Okay, these are more like results, guys. You are literally getting results. So it can be also your grandmother reaching out to you here, bringing in more of results, what you have been doing. So this calls for you to be in this energy of the hermit. I'm also getting anything connected to the mountain here, guys. Okay, yeah, something like that, because during winter it is that time when you visit the mountain more to connect more with the Sky Father. Okay, because the energy is not that much present, okay? That type of Inka energy for some of you here that I'm picking on, okay? Yeah, something like that. So it is that time for you to at least visit the mountains once in a while, okay? Because that is when the energy is somewhat at its peak. Okay, something like that here, something like that during winter. Okay, so we'll get one more card here, one more card here. We have in the Shaolin Master. This is that swift energy. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So the Shaolin Master here is saying be graceful in movement and action here, guys. Okay. This is that time that you don't necessarily have to push more, even harder. You just have to go with the flow. Okay, say for instance you don't have that much energy. It is not that type of energy where you have to force things here, guys. Okay, you just have to go with the flow. You master your auric field, your energy, how to move here. Okay, something like that, and find balance in between. That's exactly what it speaks of. It speaks more of you finding balance, okay, and balancing the balance. It speaks more of the balancing act. Okay, that is that period where you will need it most. So with this, I'm also getting the energy that, yeah, the alpha energy, that's exactly what you are being recharged with here. So pay attention when that happens. Okay, so putting yourself in that meditative state can make you more wiser even. Okay, remember, winter doesn't necessarily winter and autumn doesn't necessarily say stop or do nothing. With us, the wise one, becoming the wise one means you have to grow within your current situation here. Okay, yeah, something like that, something like that. It is that energy. I'm getting more of this energy of the wise one, that it can be specific to some of you or rather helpful even. So the sage message is being be willing to go the whole road and back again. Okay, this will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. This will definitely make, when they say that um, the more you keep on doing something, the more um, you become the best in it. Okay, something like that. Because the sage, it speaks more of you now seeing a bigger picture, more like you becoming a teacher now. Okay, something like that, because of what you have experienced, more like now you have that sense of understanding to the core here. Okay, something like that here. So the guardian angel is literally at the heart. These are your own spirit guides that are also protecting you at this time here, guys. Okay, for some of you it is possible, but the sky father is somewhat your guardian angel. Okay, something like that. So the guardian angel is saying you are not alone. Okay, watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones, and that are very close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. Okay, so these are the people that are literally working hard at this time to guide you, um, protect you, show you what needs to be seen by you. Okay, so each and every one of us, we do have that type of energy, more of a guardian angel that is somewhat protecting us, guiding us in that sense here, guys. Okay, so everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them for all their past lifetimes and will be there in all lifetimes to come. Okay, so know that you are never alone and never will be alone. So this represents more of a reminder that you will always uh, receive help and support from your own spirit guide. So it's like also your spirit team is coming in to support you, to be with you, to guide you, to show you the right path. Something like that for you, collective, okay? Yeah, something like that. So the only thing you have to do is to recognize, okay? Because if you don't recognize, how would you get the messages? How would you see that there are literally energies around me that are literally here for my highest good? So the Shaolin Master is saying, slow and steady, breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach. So it is that time to take more of a gentler approach than that of an emperor, okay? Than that feisty energy of Mars, okay? Something like that, yeah, something like that. So the message is saying you are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will rather be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Okay, something like that. This speaks more of you learning to work with the cosmos itself, okay? Understanding that what type of energy do you need now, okay? What is it that will definitely be more useful to you now? What type of energies are more available to you now, okay? Something like that, okay? So the water and the wind is what's available to you. It allows you to flow easily because the sky father is connected to the earth, of which is the fire and the earth, okay? The sky father is connected more to the element of earth, of which is mother goddess here, okay? So those are the energies that you need to harness more, especially that of the father, okay? So this is what you need, okay, at this time. So you are being recharged with that, okay? Something like that. Whereas the mother is in that energy of mourning, not that much giving, but rather more of, holding back in that sense, more like the separation that is happening. That's something that you will also feel as an individual here. Okay, so the energy of water and that of air, that's what will help you to move regardless of what is happening cosmically. Okay, something like that. So those are the supportive system for you at this time. Okay, something like that. At the same time, you are being recharged with those type of energies. Okay, that of the sky father, that of mother earth, okay, something like that here, guys. Okay, yeah, something like that. So it is that time to pay attention so that you don't necessarily lag. Okay, so if this comes more like an awakening, it can literally affect your health in a negative sense. So this can literally give you a sign that that's now you are now starting to connect on a deeper level. Okay, so more like an awakening happening for you. For some, this is more like a recharge if already you have awakened from these type of energies that already I'm speaking of. Okay, so you are being recharged so that you don't necessarily feel low energy. You know how you can literally feel low energy? It is when you were literally neglecting during the spring, during the summer. You were not necessarily in tune. Okay, so you won't necessarily tap in to the messages, or rather the reconnection that could be happening for your behest or for your highest good. Okay, so it's very important to notice. So starting from the first, okay, so the sky father is connected to number one, number three. So starting from the first and that of the third, it is the time when you can literally put yourself in that meditative state, harness the energy, the power of Aries. Okay, that power, it is now being, you know, reconnecting with you through the energy of the moon. Okay, because now the mother and the father, they are literally intertwined before the separation. Okay, that can literally cause you to feel off balance in that sense. Okay, something like that. Because after then this is that time when you will definitely harvest. So it opens that door of harvest where you will get the returns. Okay, this is also to make sure that your energy is in that grounding energy where you are literally ready to receive. Okay, always remember, regardless of what is meant for you, you must be in the position to receive. And how? Okay, awareness helps. Okay, yeah, something like that. It helps, guys. Yeah, something like that. It can be that, you know, that type of energy when they say a truck loaded with money has just passed by. You did not see it because you are so caught up, you know, yelling at your kids or something like that. You are not paying attention. There's a lot going on in your mind, there's a lot going on in your life. So make time for yourself. Have that me time where me time doesn't mean every day. Okay, if you have to work, you can work and also come back to yourself. Okay, something like that where you can literally reconnect so that your own spirit guide can literally have that one-on-one session with you only. Okay, we are not saying, hey, now abandon everything and focus on your meditation. Okay, unless if you are a sannyasi, of course you won't necessarily have those type of responsibilities, like, okay, taking care of business at home or things and stuff like that. Something like that. Need I say, it looks more like a return. Can you see these cards? So we're having the eight of, take it more like the love that you are getting from the sky father at this time. Okay, something like that for you, my collective. So we'll dive in here to the cards and see the messages that are coming in. All right, from the sky father here. Okay, so spirit, can you speak more as far as the energy that is here is concerned for my collective energy? Okay, yeah, the sun won't necessarily be available here in the southern. Okay, yeah, the sun at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is something that you have to be mindful of. It's losing more of its power, where now we will have more energy of the moon, the mother. Okay, but the mother, it is that energy that is, it is not in that type of nurturing, it is in that type of a feisty energy that is more in control. Because why? It is that typical energy that is able to nurture and protect at the same time. So it's a feisty energy. So the type of feminine energies that are present now are those that are more feistier, that are more, they don't necessarily take nonsense in that sense. Okay, yeah, something like that, more like the dark feminine energy. Yes, something like that. Okay, yeah, so you will likely succeed at this time with the six of wands. This is succession. This is more like you gaining, see more of progress here with the help of mass energy here. Okay, something like that with the emperor at the bottom of the deck. I'm also getting your amakosi energy, somewhat taking care of business in the background, okay? In the background. Something like that here for you, collective. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. So you are being recharged at this time so that you don't necessarily lack energy, okay? Something like that here, guys. Your ships are coming for sure. We're having the Seven of Pentacles. This is something that you have been working for the longest time. What you've been working on, okay? What you have been planting, what you've been growing on, okay? So it is that time to evaluate, to take note, as in like, is it growing, or perhaps it's just weed, I have to take it out and try another way. Hence the sage is saying, okay, like the sage is saying, be devoted and committed, okay? Go all the way around. It's like that type of energy when you realize, oh no, this doesn't do, this doesn't work, this doesn't go. So you remove, then you focus on what? That's exactly what this energy is here for. To give you that energy, the Eight of Wands, to give you that energy to realize what needs to go, what needs rebuilding in that sense here, okay? Something like that. Something like that here, guys, all right? So you have to let go of what no longer serves you, what is not productive in your life, something like that, and make room for what could help you, so that this is something that when spring sprung, already you have done the needful. It is just you planting what already you know it will grow, okay? Something like that. Something like that here, guys, okay? Yeah. Okay, so we're having the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Like I said, for some of you, this energy is just here to take care of business and remove any obstacles that could literally causing more of stumbling blocks in your life, so that you don't necessarily flow easily. Because sometimes it can be those type of energies that are forever fighting you. These are the people that knows you, the people that understand your path, etc. So they will literally try to create more of roadblocks in that sense. So this energy is here to make sure that those are removed. And how? You just have to pay more attention to the messages. You will definitely be notified as to who the enemy is, who's working against you, what needs to be done for you to remove that. You need to be aware, because you can't necessarily fight what you do not necessarily know. Okay? So being aware will put you in a situation where now you can work on it. Okay? Now you understand. So you could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. It doesn't have to be. Now you will know what needs fixing, or what type of energies are literally not for you, and you somehow have to find a way to make sure that they don't necessarily stay in your way. Okay, something like that. So we're having the Two of Cups at the heart. For some of you, it can be those people that you relate with, the people in your relations or anything like that here, okay? Something like that. So the wheel is spinning in your favor, like I said. Whenever the wheel is somewhat spinning in your favor, some people will be happy, some will not, okay? So this is that type of energy where you'll have to adapt to the reality of life, that not every person will definitely be happy for you when you succeed. Okay, for some of you, this is more like you will succeed in your endeavors or your relations, because these cards are literally at the heart here. Okay, something like that. It can be you working on your relations or anything like that here. For some of you, it can also be, the energy can also be vice versa, that perhaps the energies that are working against you are the very, very, very same energies that are close to you. Okay, something like that, something like that. Okay, yeah, more like relatives, family members, co-workers, etc. Okay, you could be dealing with people who are more in a competitive energy like that. And these are the energies that literally have to go with the Death card at the bottom of the deck. And that's exactly what Sky Father is here for, to make you aware. To make you aware, my collective. For some of you, these are the people that you no longer have connections with. Such people you could be dealing with. Okay, but they're still looking at you in that sense, in that manner. Okay, let me get that card. So the card was literally the six of swords, but I will shuffle since it fell. Okay, yeah, so these are the people that you were literally intimate with, so they can't necessarily let go of your energy. Either they were harnessing your energy or making use of your energy or benefiting from it with the devil. It's like they literally wanted to hook you in some way here, okay, in that sense here. So with this nights, two nights speaks more of intimacy. It can be the people that you were intimate with for some of you here. Two nights, okay? Two nights speaks of intimacy. Okay, so it's more like those that were literally connected with you in that sense and literally benefited through manipulation, through the energy of hooking, what they can literally harness, as in like them realizing that, oh, you have this, you have this, you have that in your energy, so I can make use of this for my benefit. Okay, something like that. And this is something that you are awakening from and taking your power back. Need I say the lovers here? These are people that you were in relations with. So you are taking your power like that. So you will be notified, as in Bomang. Okay. So that's exactly what Sky Father is here to make you aware of those energies. So that when the moon is full, it's easy to do the letting go ritual. And with an understanding that then it will be more easier, okay? Because you will be direct as to what is it that you are letting go of, okay? What is it that you are letting go of? So let's see the type of dragon that is connecting with my collective at this time. What type of dragon is connecting with my collective at this time? What type of dragon is connecting with my collective at this time? Always remember, guys, that the enemy also have the power to shape shift. I'm also getting the energy of shape shifting, as in like making use of someone else's face to fool you in that sense. Okay, something like that. It can be them making use of a familiar face. Okay, something like that. As far as your dream state is concerned, that's why it's very important for you to clock your dreams, as in like before you sleep. Make sure that you speak on it, as in like you will receive only divine messages from the relevant people, as in like your own spirit guides, your guardian angels, your gods and goddesses, things and stuff like that. And everything that is not connected to you, you are rebuking it away from you, your aura, your dream state, something like that here, guys, so that you don't necessarily misunderstand. Okay, something like that, yeah. Okay. So we're having the air and the water. Need I say, that's exactly what you need. The air and the water dragon here. It helps you to connect to higher frequencies. All right. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, express your inner soul. This is you just blending in. This is you just singing your inner song, more like cosmic connection that I'm getting here. Okay, it's more like you now connecting with the cosmic energy in that sense here, guys. Okay, that's exactly what the water and the is it the water and the air element. Like already I have emphasized, guys, speaking along the way in the reading. Like those are the energies that you need right now. Okay, something like that for you, something like that. So the air, is it the air and the water? Okay, the air and the water dragon coming in for you. The air and the water dragon, it's saying call on your blue and green air and water dragon to enter your third eye, to awaken and activate your higher fifth dimensional abilities here, guys. Okay, so color green and blue could be specific. I'm getting that energy of the watery, okay, more like a blue green type of energy. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's the color. So this will help you to tap into the messages that are rightfully yours. Okay, that's it. That's literally those energies that will help you to tap into the right messages that are meant for you, not what is working against you here, guys. Okay, you are looking for solutions at this time, not problems, because already the problems have been presented before you. So solutions, so that you realign if needs be. That's it here, guys. Okay, That's exactly what this period it's all about here. Okay, so just concentrate more on that, and nonetheless, okay, stressful energies here, guys. Okay, stay calm, stay collected, know that everything is working for you, not against you. Okay, yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's just that. That's the dragon that is connecting with my collective energy here, guys. Okay, and perhaps that color is more specific for you, okay, at this time, something like that. For some, okay, it can be that that is that type of energy that you have to connect with. Okay, so let me get some other cards here for closing the reading for you here. So let's get the overall energy here and see what's the overall energy for my collective spirit speak. What's the overall energy? The overall energy is saying reactive force. Need I say? The reactive force, directed force of destruction and defense, conflict, instinctual will, vital eroticism, okay? Regenerative catalyst, a tendency towards change. Whatever this energy is allowing you to bring in what? Change in your life, whatever change that is needed. And also for you to be able to recognize what needs to go, something like that. At the bottom, we're having birth, more like regenerative fertility here. Okay, yeah, something like that. So let's see at the heart. What is at the heart? So many cards. What is at the heart for my collective? What is at the heart for the collective spirit speak, please? And thank you. What is at the heart for my collective energy? Okay. So we're having travel. Travel. I feel like this speaks more of the sun's travel. Okay, it doesn't have to be. For some, it can also that it speaks more of you. Okay, something like that, something like that. So the travel. This card is saying travel, both in the physical terms and those of lifestyle direction, a journey, a vacation, a relocation, an evolution, a change of place or setting, seeing a larger perspective. For some of you, it can be that perhaps you have to change your location where you're staying for things to start moving. Remember that sometimes it can be a place that you dwell in that is literally working against you. Perhaps the direction that that place is in is not the direction that is connecting with you, your energy. Okay, because also as an individual, that's why it's very important to understand your elements and know exactly what works for you. And also this speaks more of the direction of your home, as in like how your home should face, where the door should literally be facing, so that it receives the energies that are connecting with you more, okay, instead of the energies that are more of an opposition. Okay, yeah, something like that. So let's see overall energy. That birth card, it says birth, regenerate, okay, general fertility, both mental and physical, and personal growth, liberation, regenerative power and light of spring, renewal, promise of new beginnings and new growth. Okay, so this is something that is being promised to you as far as the spring season is concerned for some of you here. Okay, so you are birthing something. So this is that time when you are literally perhaps pregnant with ideas and things and stuff like that, or whatever this is. So you need them, something like that, so that when the time is right, it's more like more of a promise. At the bottom of the deck, it says the interconnectedness of the past, the present, of and the future. Number three, need I say something connected to number three? This speaks more of your kundalini energy. Okay, something like that. So at the top, it says honor, justice, leadership, and authority. Analysis, rationality, knowing where one's true strength lie, willingness to self-sacrifice. So now you know where your power lies. What is it that you are capable of? What is it that you are good at? What is your weakest points or anything like that? Your downloads, okay, something like that. So these are the things that you literally have to work on. Okay, now that you know your strength, when to use them, and how, things and stuff like that. So these are the things that are literally being presented to you at this time. And this is something that perhaps you have to be grateful for. So this is your overall energy, my collective. I really hope it does resonate with some of you. Do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time and you find this useful to you here, guys. Okay. Yeah. And as a comeback, guys, as always, gang gang from me. Until then, guys, you take care. Bye.